Hey everyone, DB Paul and AmbientVibes.com here. How are you all doing? Hope you're keeping warm out there. So listen, what do I have tonight? Let me tell you. So a friend of mine, I don't want to make it a long story, but he's supposed to put on a modular set tomorrow night at a club called Substation here in Seattle. And I encourage everyone out there, if you got time to come out to Substation, take a look at some great modular performances, meet some great folks, please do so. I think it starts at, doors open at 4 p.m. and it'll go on through 8 or 9 p.m. So anyway, they asked me to fill in for the guy. Guy ended up in the hospital, so I said, yeah, hey, why not? What I did is, let me pan over here. So I just took some modules from my master Mesa rack over here and put them in this little 208 HP live case along with a 42 HP smaller case because they never all fit in my live case no matter how hard I try. So I have those modules. I didn't pick them entirely at random. I took them out, just modules which are easy to put together for a quick performance, some quick rhythms, some quick beats, some effects, and just something that'll be easy to put together an ad hoc performance for. I have some of that. I'll go through the patches in a little bit here, but I have some of that going through the BlueSky down there. I have some melodies being played by the Keystep, and I have a sequence already programmed to the Keystep as well. And that is about it. So let me put the camera over the rack, and I'll try to walk through what I have put together. Okay, so what do we got here? First of all, I am going to start with the rings. So what I did is I put it in the sympathetic string mode, which is the Easter egg mode, where you turn the knobs opposite from one another, and then you push this button for a long press, and it comes up with a mode which generates some lovely string chords, and you can hear those here. Now I think you can hear that the tones change a bit, and they change a little bit almost at random, because what I do is I have into the structure input here, I have an LFO running in from my peaks over here. So what that does is it's sweeping through the structure, and I could do it manually here. Let me show you. Quite as apparent there without the LFO working in, but it sweeps up and down, and you'll hear some gentle changes of the structure. If I speed it up a little bit, you can hear it changing, but it's not a good effect. So I have it at a low rate LFO here, and that is coming out, and that is going into a 2 HP Verb. And the 2 HP Verb is up just a little bit, just enough to add a little bit of ambience. So that's going to be the underlying drone that I'll probably keep in most of the background here. Also, you can see that it's being run through the Morpheus as well. So the Morpheus is coming in pre-reverb. So it's being filtered before it goes in the reverb. And I have the frequency cutoff, on the Morpheus being sequenced by an LFO as well, so it's gently being swept. So it's just kind of giving a little bit of relief to the otherwise mundane drone in the background there. Going across here, I have Braids. Now Braids I'm not going to be bringing up until the end of the live performance, just as a kind of background drone. I'm going to fade this out a little bit, and this is going to come up. This is in a W map, which is a wavetable map sequence. Mode. And you'll notice on the send switches, I have these on 2. My send for 2 is going into the GPI, which is a guitar pedal interface, and going into the BlueSky down there. I have the BlueSky on the chamber mode, so it's going to give a real lush, long-tailed reverb. I'm going to enable this right there. so coming down here, my main sequence, melodic sequence, is going to come from Plaits. Now I have 3 different sequences coming into Plaits from a Varigate 4. Right now I am in first sequence, first save sequence, sequence number 1. I have sequence number 2, which I'm going to use with a changing of the modals, and I have sequence number 4, which I'm going to use actually with my piston on over the left side a little bit later towards the end. So I'm going to go back into my first sequence here and let the drone play. Now as the drone plays, I'm going to be interspersing it with a little bit of keys from one of my newest members of the modular family, the Bitbox. So let me bring that up. So I have the Bitbox being run through the Keystep down here. Now, not only is it being run from the Keystep into the Bitbox, it is actually going through my DLD over there. So what I plan on doing, let me see if I can reach over there, is I'm going to be playing some notes. Reverb on there. That note's going through the DLD is going to be fast enough, it almost sounds like a chord. You can actually hold it after you play 3 keys as long as your delay is slow. Like this, and then hold it. And then you can add more keys. Of the set is I'm going to keep on increasing the BPM just to keep the tempo going. And at any time, if I want to change the sequence, I can do so. plug the modal in. So I have channel 3 of the Varigate going into the modal change here. What this is going to do is this is going to change the voices that Plaits plays based on the CVs coming out of channel 3. It's going to add some rhythm. So I'm going to change this to my second sequence, which is sequence number 2. And I'm going to plug the modal. I have all this going into my BlueSky down there, I'm going to my second set of send returns actually go into a uBurst, microburst, which is also clouds. And as soon as I get a good rhythm going, I'm going to send that in there and see if I can freeze it. It's a hit or miss at this point. Switch this over to second set of sends. have the clouds being modulated by the Batumi next to it. You know, if I don't get what I want out of clouds, I just clear the buffer and then do it again. Bringing up the Piston Honda. Back up the drone. So that is about what I'm looking at. So I'll probably extend it to a good 20 up to 30 minutes. Extend some of these sections, maybe play a little bit more on the keyboard. Try to get some better textures out of clouds, because that's really hit or miss, clouds in my opinion. But when you hit, it's really neat sounding. It adds great texture to your set that you can use to kind of supplant the drone that you already have in there. So that's about what I am planning to do. I just patched this all together today. And I think it'll fill in a pretty good section of time, and hoping that my friend Tom gets well and can join us on the next set. Anyway, if you have any questions about what I did in this patch, a few modules here I didn't explain, like what am I doing with the disting and things like that, and streams as being a compressor. Feel free to give me a shout, hit like, subscribe, or hit that little bell icon to make sure you get a notification when I come up with a new video. I'm trying to do more and more, just trying to find the time to do them. But if you have any questions, please let me know. I have no problem explaining whatever you need me to explain in this. Thanks for watching. Thanks.